think it really touched a nerve because it was just like a call for women to have freedom to ride. And it was sparked by this statistic that less than a third of cycle trips in London are by women. Hello!
Hey Claire, good to see you again.
How's it going?
I'm good, I'm good. Of course,
Hello,
this is Sigrid, who you know.
I do. Who doesn't know Sigrid? Hello. I'm
Very
glad
good.
to see you've got her London Cycling Campaign membership badge.
Yep, she is a member.
She's an
We're both members. We got a lovely day today, finally. It's been raining a little bit, but I'm excited to get out on a ride. We can talk a bit about what the London Cycling Campaign's been up to. And,
Brilliant. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. She's ready to ride, that's for sure.
She really is.
She
does get any closer to the camera?
Yeah, she does get very impatient when we stop. That's kind of funny. She wants to either be walking around on the grass or riding.
Yeah, she needs to move.
Well, would you like to introduce what LCC is and what LCC does?
Yeah, so London Cycling Campaign, it's been around since 1978 and we exist basically to make London a city where anyone can cycle who wants to. That's the vision. And I volunteered for London Cycling Campaign for about 3 years and then applied to be a staff member. And really the reason I did that was because I can see that it's an organisation that actually makes a difference on the ground. And really, that's down to tens of thousands of members and supporters as well as staff. But LCC has just literally changed the streetscape of London. So through mayoral election campaigns, the cycle network tripled, for instance. We've seen much higher quality cycle lanes go in that are physically protected, so no more just painted lines. We've really, and a lot of that is down to the work of LCC and getting mayors, successive mayors on board. We've made a massive difference.
And LCC is a charity, right?
LCC is a charity. We're a membership organisation. Anyone who wants to support our work, if you can afford to, please be a member. But our supporters are really key as well.
I always love coming down here. I wish all our roads were just this.
I know. Doing Ride London was such an eye-opener. That was actually the first time this year that I've done it, and you've got central London free of motor traffic.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is what it could be like. Siggy, you're going to fall out. Could you get any further forward?
I know, she's quite used to it now. She actually likes to lean against this.
Oh, okay.
And then I have some jackets where the loop is at the back. And when she has those on, she misses having the resistance, and then she ends up leaning too far. It's kind of silly. Yeah, she's quite odd. Well, Siggy and I came to the Women's Freedom Ride, where you spoke. We saw you speak. I don't think we were able to talk on that ride because it was quite busy, but we were there.
Yeah, so many people.
And I've been on, some of the other rides. Of course, the Fancy Women's Bike Ride, which is not LCC, but as you probably know, I often kind of speak about women's issues and how I think cycling is fundamentally a women's issue.
Yes, great.
So I'd be curious to hear you talk a little bit about, because I know there's a new LCC women's group.
That's right.
What is that group up to, and what are you working on?
Yeah, so the LCC Women's Campaign, we organised the LCC Women's Freedom Ride, which Siggy was a lovely guest to have on. And that was, it kind of took us by surprise because we were expecting maybe 200 women to sign up.
Okay.
We got over 1,000 signing up,
okay.
Most of whom came on the day. And it was just a call, I think it really touched a nerve because it was just like a call for women to have freedom to ride. And it was sparked by this statistic that less than a third of cycle trips in London are by women. We already don't have enough cycle trips in London full stop, it's something like 3%. Whereas in, cycle-friendly countries like the Netherlands and Germany, it's more like 40% in some cities. So it's already tiny, and yet only less than a third of that, 3%, is women. And we wanted to tackle that. We're just calling it out as an inequality, and we're calling on the mayor to change that, really.
Yeah, you really start to see the shortcomings of a shared use pass when you're in the tourist areas.
I'm just thinking the same thing, yeah. I mean, it just shows, and rides like Don Whiting just shows that there's so much demand. People want to be on bikes.
Yeah.
They don't want to be stuck in their cars.
Exactly.
But you've got to give them the infrastructure, you've got to give them the freedom. And so on a big ride, like the women's ride, you've got that freedom because you've got safety in numbers.
Yeah.
But for your everyday journeys, you need separate space.
Yeah.
And I think it would, if London got this right, it would just unleash cycling on a massive scale. We could be out doing Amsterdam and Copenhagen, no problem. It's
sure.
just, we need the streets to be safer. Pretty much every London borough has a London Cycling Campaign local route, and they will typically campaign for better infrastructure in their borough because each borough the roads are controlled mostly by the local council. So you're trying to win the hearts and minds of your local councillors and show how much support there is for cycling. But it can be fun, it can be social, go for rides, get to know other people in your area. So yeah, we'd really encourage people to get involved in their local route, especially women. Women make the best campaigners. It's a verified fact. So, we especially would welcome women joining those local groups. What's nice is that, each group needs a whole variety of skills, so we try and get people to just do what they enjoy. Some people love cycling with their cat, for instance, or doing stuff on social media, film and photography. Other people like flyer design, other people just want to go on rides, and all of that works together. So yeah, it's a nice mix of skills when the group is active. It's so fun riding with a celebrity.
Yeah, I mean, we've been on plenty of group rides before, but we've never ridden just together, so you're getting the Sigrid experience now.
Yeah, I feel like a VIP.
Well, we've had a lovely ride today.
Yeah.
The weather has been fantastic. It's been really nice to catch up on what LCC and what you have been doing. And yeah.
Yeah, and thank you. It's always good to see you come along to so many of our events, and you're just really raising the profile of cycling and campaigning in London, which is brilliant.
We do our best.
Well, to be fair, it's not really you.
Yes. I'm just the management.
Yeah, you're just the chauffeur. But yeah, I'm really grateful for that, especially how you've turned up at our women's rides. That means a lot. Obviously, that's one of the things that I keep talking about is the importance of making London a place where women can cycle, because if women are cycling in equal numbers to men, then it works for kids, it works for disabled people, it makes it a better city all round. Don't you think, Siggy? And we've got the Women's Freedom Ride coming around again in March. We have that near International Women's Day, hopefully to get another 1,000 women on their bikes cycling around London.
Yeah.
So, women and allies.
One extra advantage too is you might run into Sigrid at some of these events. We'll be at the Urban Hill Climb.
And a new fabulous outfit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thanks for asking. She's like, that's definitely a cut. I'm not doing that again.
She's done.